Hello, Internet. This is Alex does Sudokus, and it is Sunday the 5th. Oh, hang on. I've not transitioned, so let's. Sorry about that. So, redoing the intro for YouTube. Good morning. This is Alex does Sudokus, and it is Sunday the 15th of November 2020. Sorry for the delay, everyone. I was playing around the chat settings and forgot that it's already 8 o'clock. So we are going to do some LA Times Sudokus, and I am just in the middle of trying to load them up, starting with the easy Sudoku. So let's warm up by doing this with no pencil markings. So, have we got any ones? Wow, this is quite scary. Nothing on the top left box. Okay, so can't see much. I've got 2 there. 2s, 3s. Oh, this is spicy. 4s. 5s. Are the weekend ones a bit more difficult, I wonder? 6. I'm not seeing anything else. Hold on, these 2 cells must be 6 and 9. Can't deduce them, so this is scary times. Got a couple of 7s there, which unlocks another 7. So I've got 7s locked in these 4 cells. 8s, got an 8 there because of these 2 8s. And got another 8 here because I've got a pointed pair of 8s there. So another 8 pair of 8s over here. Okay, moving on to 9s. Don't think I'm going to get much done with 9s. Got a pair of 9s there, but 9s are kind of tucked away over there, so not a good start. 1s. Wow, really not much information going on. I've got another 2 that's been unlocked thanks to the 8. So, hi Elaine, how are you doing today? Have you had a good day? I forget that it's been like, how many hours has it been? Like 8 hours since we last spoke. So, have you had a productive day? Get your homeworks done. Got a 3 up there, and another 3, and another 3. Okay, so these weren't 3s and 9s. I was mistaken. These were actually 6s and 9s, which still doesn't help me. These are 6s and 1s. Still doesn't help me. Doing good. Good is good. Good is good, as I always say. 3s. 3, 3, 3. I've got a 3 now, finally unlocked, thanks to 4 different 3s looking into the same cage. So finally got something in this cage, which is something. 4s over there, and 4s over here as well, so still no progress. Did Juice do his stream? I think I saw a notification of him doing his stream on my phone, but it was a little bit late, I'm afraid, and I was asleep. So got a pointed pair of 5s there, so that unlocks a 5, so that leaves me 6s and 9s. 6s and 9s. And, okay, interesting. So staying on the 5s, have we got any more 5s going on? I was really pleased to finally see a stream from you yesterday as well. That was good, because yeah, I felt like I hadn't watched anyone doing Sudokus in a while, so it was a bit of a treat yesterday, both you and JC doing Sudokus. But I guess I missed Juice's Sudokus, because I think he was doing the Microsoft ones, wasn't he? So that was a bit of a shame. Okay, so I've got a pointed pair of 9s there with that 9, so finally I've got another 9 unlocked, which unlocks another 9 over here. So that leaves me with a 6 and 1 and 6, 1 and 6. Well, 1 can't go there, so I've got 6, 1, 6, and now that I've got 6 there, I can unlock the 6s and 9s, and okay, opening up a little bit now. He was. Oh, what a shame. It was like, I suppose it's the weekend, isn't it? So that's when everyone is able to stream, so damn it. so I missed out. So I got a pair of 7s and 9s there. This is also a pair of 1s, and what are they? 1s and 8s, which leaves me 1, 8, 7, 9. Well, I can look at a row anyway. So this is 4 and 6. Can't do any of them. Shocking. I ended up finding an archive of competition Sudoku. Oh wow. Is that on Twitch or is it on YouTube? Because that's really cool. We've got a triple here. I don't know if I should be looking at the triples. There's probably more information like on this column. If I had kind of stepped back a little bit, I would have seen that there's an 8 over there. And that 8 doesn't help me a huge amount. Leaves me, I suppose this cage also has a single digit left, which is a 6. And that 6 also doesn't help me. So, how frustrating. And I suggest to him do some of the playoffs for, oh my god, 2014 playoffs for Sudoku competitions. Hold on, I just gotta blow my nose. So how did it go? What are difficult puzzles? Oh man, sounds like I missed on a really exciting stream. I'm missing 1, 4, 1, 4 and 5 here. I can't see anything actually. I'm just going to do another quick scan. I've got a pair of 1s there, so that unlocks another 1. And 1, 1, 1. So, yeah, 1's are annoying. 2's are here. 3's are done. 4's are locked in these cells. Oh, I've got 4 now, so that means this is a 5. And if that's a 5, that's 5 and 4, so getting somewhere now. That leaves another 5 there. And if I'm not mistaken, that's a 5, that's a 5. Okay, so can we do more now? These are 1, 6 and 1, 6 and 2. So have you got links to those puzzles as well? Maybe that's something I can try out as well, and probably get really frustrated and give up quickly. Let's see, 4s, 5s, 6. Okay, so 6s are here. Okay, 6s I'm useful. I've got a pair of 7s there, and another pair of 7s. 8, I've got an 8, so it's that a breakthrough. Not quite, so the 8s are locked in those cells. 9s, got a pair of 9s there, and a pair of 9s there, so this is, oh, I already knew this is a 9 something pair, but I wonder if this was a pair actually of something else. What are these? These are 1, 9, 1, 9 and 6, and I've got 1 and 6 down there, so this is a 9 actually, and that doesn't unlock the 1 and 6, but I think this 9 unlocks that 9 there and that 9 there, so now I've got 4 and a 4 and a 4. Aha, so finally I've got breakthrough here. I think this is a, oh, I've run out of numbers. Why am I missing? 7. Yep, and if that's a 7, this is a 7 as well. So this should tidy up the puzzle a little bit. And I got a 6 there, 6 there. So how has that not finished on the 6s? Because there's another 1 there. And this is a 1, that's a 1, that's a 1. So that sort of 1's done. Can I do the 2's? Yep. And finally an 8 and an 8. So that's the easy. That took, wow, 8 minutes to do an easy puzzle. Maybe I should have used pencil markings. Okay, so let's do another one with no pencil markings, but then let's try and do the hard and expert with a bit of pace, because I think I need to practice doing Sudokus quicker without making mistakes. Emphasis on not making mistakes, because I think that's why I'm falling apart a lot of the times. Can't see any 3s or 4s. 4s, 4, 4, 4, 5s, 5s over here, and 6. 6s, nope, can't see any 6s. 7 is here, and that unlocks another 7. 7 there, 7 there, and a 7 there. So all the 7s were doable. 8s, there's got to be an 8 there because this 8 creates a pointed pair of 8s. And I've got a 2 rows taken. Can't see much else, but I can place a 9 there. Got a pair of 9s there. Nope, can't see anything else. So, I think it's time to have a second scan, and I think there's probably something interesting going on here, because every time you've got 4 numbers locked off in a corner, there's a good chance, for instance, it releases a pair of 6s. First one went good. That kind of like implies that the second one didn't go so well then. 6s there and a pair of 6s there. So no dice. Okay, let's just do another scan. 1s, 2s. Okay, I've got a pointed pair of 2s there, so that's another pair of 2s. And in fact, 2s are locked in these 2 columns, in these 2 cages. So that must now be a 2. So now that leaves me a 2 there. And hang on. So one of the 2s have to go there as well. So that's not super useful. What about 3s? 3s got a pointed pair of 3s there, so that must be a 3. Can't see anything else. 4's got a 4 there opening up, so I've got a pair of 4s there and a pair of 4s there. In fact, these are now 4, 6 and 5, and I've got 4 and 5 on this column, neither of which gives us anything. So I think it's high time we look at the 5s. Got a pair of 5s there, pair of 5s there, pair of 5s here. So I guess the 5s are awkward. I don't know how to solve it without a Y wing, but a Sudoku solver uses a Y wing. So I think I'm finally getting the knack of Y wings. I have an idea of how to find them. And oh, this is a 5-6 pair actually. So if that's a 5-6 pair, then these are 2, 3 and 4, aren't they? Yep, so that means there has to be a 2 because I've got 3 and 4 there. So 3 and 4, and these are 5s and 6s. Can't deduce them yet, actually. But it gives me another pair of 6s down here. Not much else to say about that. And can we do any more 8s? Points a pair of 8s there. Not useful. Another pair of 8s, 9s. Yeah, I definitely need to practice more Y wings. I think to look for Y wings. So what I have been doing is just like randomly picking. Oh, there's a 9 here. Does that 9 help us? Lots of pair of 9s there. Not really. I think the knack of finding a Y wing is rather than doing like I did, which is look for a random cell with 2 candidates and then just looking, you know, on the rows and columns for another paired up candidate that shares one commonality and then finding a third. I think what's better is looking within the same cage. You look at any cages with a pair of double candidates that shares a single value, and then if you find one, then you look at either numbers to see if they overlap with another. So let's say you've got 1, 2 and 3. No, hold on. Yeah, you've got 2 cells within a cage that has 2 numbers each, 2 candidates each, and they share, let's say, 1, 2 and 3. So let's say they share the number 1, but one of them is a 1, 2 and the other is a 1, 3. Then I think you look at a 1, 2, look at the rows and columns to see if there's a 2 and 3, because basically if they share a 1, what you're looking for, the third number has to be a 2 or 3 basically, and that forms a 1, 2, 3 Y wing. So you look at both of the candidates on the rows and the columns, and you're looking for a 2 and 3, and I think if you find one, then you've got yourself a Y wing, and I think that's probably the most logical way of looking for it. Whereas before, I was just randomly looking for it because I didn't fully understand the logic behind it. But now, after getting a Y wing on, I think it was the Impossible LA Times, it finally made sense to me. So pointed pair of 4s and another pair of 4s. So this is not going super well though. So these are 1s, 1, 5, 1, 5 and 6. Still haven't got anything. So what about this column? This is 5, 6 and 2, 5 and 6. So 2s can't go in these 2 cells, so that must be a 2. because these are pointed pair of 2s. These are 2s and 8s. Does that help me? No, I don't think the 2s and 8s helps me. Oh, you're too kind. I can't say that I'm in any way better, because I make mistakes all the time and you don't, and so it's not kind of I don't know. I think maybe I know a bit more techniques than you, but I don't think I utilise them very well, basically. So hang on, if these are 2s and 8s, then these must be a pair of 4s and 6s. Still not useful. And what were these again? These are 4, 6 and 5. 4, 5 and 6. How annoying. And these are 6s and 5s. Still no good. And these are 5s and 4s. So there's there's a lot of relationships here, but without seeing the pencil markings, I'm a bit confused about what I'm looking for. So why don't I look at this row and look at what it could be? Well, I've got a pair of 3s over here, which means this is a 3. Because these two couldn't be 3s, so that's a nice bit of logic. So that doesn't give me much, actually. So what about in this cage now? Can I get anything out of this cage? I've got 5, 6 and 1, 5 and 6. So a pair of 1s there, not useful. 5s and 6. Well, if you make mistakes, you're definitely hiding them well, because you managed to not do them on camera very well, because I just never see you make mistakes. Certainly not the way I do anyway. I think sometimes you leave out pencil markings unerased, but like actually making a mistake, I don't think you've done that. 6, what are these? 1, 6 and 5, there we go. 1, 6 and 5 are in this cage and on this row, so that means these two cells have to be the same. And I wonder if there's some sort of logic to it, but oh, pardon me. In fact, this has to be a 5, because if you look at this row, that can't be a 5 and that can't be a 5. So that means that has to be a 6 now, because I've got 6 over here, so that's a 4. And finally we have a 6 here and 4 here, because these are, oh no, that's not a 2, 4 pair. Sorry, these are 2s and 8s. So 2s and 8s are all filled in these two cages. So these are 4s and 5s, which can be resolved, because there's a 5 here, so nearly made a fatal mistake. And this is 4 and 5 as well. In fact, I could have used this 4 to deduce the 4 over here, so that was a bit silly of me. Got a pointed pair of 4s there, so that's another 4, because of this 4 and that 4, creating a pointed pair. Okay, so where do we go next? Well, we've got a pair here, so we can deduce this number. These are 3s and 6s, and in fact they can be placed, because I've got 6 there, therefore this is a 5. So I think it's probably time to look at, like, do another proper scan. I've got another 5 there, just scanned the 5s and found one over there, and the 5s are now locked in these cells. Okay, so 1s, still can't really do 1s. 2s, 2s are locked there, there. How annoying. 3s are locked. Oh, another X-wing. 4s, there we go. 4 has to go there. So I said an X-wing of 3s. No, they're not. 5s. I've got 5 there, 5 here, so that's sort of 5s done. 6s. 6s are over here, no, that's not very useful. What is this pair again? This is a 1, 6 pair, okay. 8 and 9, let's look at the 8 and 9s. Well, that's an 8, because of that 8 and that 8. So that locks another pair of 8s down there, so I've got 8s locked in these two rows. Therefore, there has to be an 8 over here and a 2 over there. So with that 2, I formed another pointer pair of 2s that unlocks another 2 over there. And in fact, this is a 2 and that is a 2 as well, so that was useful. 1s, 1 has to go here on that row. 1, 1, 1. Oh my god, come on. How are the ones so persistent? It's so stubborn. Still not unlocking, but I've got a 3 now over there and a 3 over there. So I think I'm going to work out the other numbers before I get to the 1 by the look of it. Sixes are still not friendly. 8 and 9s. 8s, there we go, there's an 8, and that's an 8, and therefore, nope, that's an 8. Put in the wrong sound there. So that gives me a 9 over here, and a 9 over there, and a 9 over there. So this must be a 9 as well. So finally unlocking A1. There we go, a few more 1s, so we can place the 6s as well. Phew! So that's the medium LA Times with no pencil markings. Time to get serious. Time to do speedrun. Oh, hi Juice. I see you're online, so I thought you were going to bed. How rude. You keep saying that you're going to bed, and then you don't. Okay, so let's see. Change the settings, get rid of the highlights, and then, yep. Okay, so pencil marking time. Well, that's a 1. Those are 1s. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 1's there. Okay, I'm just going to quickly do 3s because I saw a 3 there. Oops. 3s are here as well. Actually, I do have pencil markings for 2, but let's go back to the 3s. Can I do much more? Nope. So 4, I've only got a single 4. Now normally I would do a scan for a naked single, but I can see that there's a lot of work to do on the 5, so that's why I ignored it. 6s, 6s. Okay, these are 6s. So any other 6s? No. 7, 7, 7. 7. Oh, there's a pair of 8s over there because of that 8. So that looks another pair of 8s there and 6s over here. He's scared of you. Did you scare him with the, what do you call it, the championship puzzles? 2s and 7s. So 7s, can I do anything with that? Doesn't look like I can. Should I go back to the 6s? Yeah, I was looking at 6s, wasn't I? So 6, chances are there's actually nothing else to do with the 6s. So moving on to 7s. 7, 7, 7, can't see anything with 7s. 8s, nope, can't see anything with 8s either, but I do have a pointed pair of 9s there. Another pair of 9s. Another pair of 9s in an awkward arrangement. Those are never my favourites when they're in a knight's move. Unless, I suppose, if you're doing a knight's Sudoku. Well, I don't even know if that's useful in night Sudokus. Okay, let's look at this cage because, like I said, these are interesting cages to look at, but actually, looks like there's nothing going on there. Okay, any other cages that look interesting? Maybe not cages, but I can see a pair forming here, which is 4s and 9s, but okay, maybe it's time to look at the 4. So that looks one of the healthiest columns. Not columns, rows. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I haven't got 7 and 8 as well as the 2, so actually that's not useful. 2, 2, 2, so maybe I should go back to, yes, I've got a pair of 2s there, actually, that's not useful. 2, 2, 2, 2. Wonder if I could have pencil marked in those 2s before, so let's do another scan of pencil markings. 1s, 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 nope. 2s I've done, 3s. Done this in, done the pencil markings for 1s, 3s. I've got a 3 there, so that locks a pair of 3s there, and also a 3 and 1 resolved, so that resolves another 1, which deduces the 1 and 9, unlocking another 1 there. So let's look at the 9s. Can the 9 do anything? Got a pair of 9s there, so 9, 9, 9. Not useful in that direction, but actually I've got a pointed pair of 9s there, so that unlocks another 9. Gotta remember to breathe. So now this is a 6, which forms a pair of 4s and 8s. And if those are 8s, these are 8s as well. So what about the 4s? That forms a pair of 4s and a pair of 4s there. So any parity is going on? No, that isn't. Okay, so let's look at the triple. These are 9s, 4s, and okay, so let's look at this cell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, and oh. So I'm missing a 6 and 9 there. That's annoying. I thought I had it. So let's look at the roll for a second. 9. So these are 4, 6, and 9. Okay. So I don't think we get anything from that. These are 4, 8, and 4, 8, and 7. 4, 8, and 7. 4, 8, and 7. Nope, can't do anything. Oh, I've got 4, 8 pair there. So these must be 7s and 2s. Also can't be deduced. How annoying. Ah, but these are... Oh, hang on. No, these can't be 2s because of that 2. So I've just unlocked another pair of 2s there, and I've got 2s locked in the same 2 columns in 2 cages, so 2 and 7 can be resolved. So that means I've got a pair of 7s in there, 7s in here, and these are actually 7s, so that unlocks a 7 over there, which means these are 7, so that can't be a 2 anymore because I've got 7, 8 pair, and therefore I have a 5, 6 pair in here, but I've got a 5 up there, so 6 and 5 are resolved. Can I do the same with 7 and 8? No, I can't. Actually, that's broken because these aren't 5s and 6s. These are 6s and... God damn it, it's 6s and 2s. That's what it is. So, let's see if that's a 6. Doesn't do anything else, but I'm honing in on the puzzle, I think. So, let's see. 6s... Nope. So what's this triple? This is 4, 6, and 4, 6, and 7. 4, 6, and 7. Nope, can't do anything with that. This is a pair as well. So this is a pair of 4s and 9s, aren't they? So 4s and 9s. So any other 4s that I can do play with? No. So time to do another scan. I think 2s, 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 2s. No, 2s are locked in a... Oh, this is a 3 because of that 3. So this 3 unlocks the 3, 8 pair. And this 8 locks a pointer pair of 8s there, unlocking the 7 and 8. And that 7 locks, locks a pair of 7s there. And I've got an 8 unlocked there, which means this is a 4, 8 pair. And that 4 unlocks a pair of 4s over there, 4s over here. So these must be 4s. That pushes a 6 out, and if this is 4 and 8, then this must be a 6, I think. And if that's a 6, can't see the bottom row. Oh, sorry. If that's a 6, then I've got a pair of 6s there. Hey, Jews. And oh, yeah. Thank you for pointing out. I forgot to scroll down a little bit further. So 6s. I lost my mojo now. What was I doing? 6s, 2, 7, and 9. I've got anything there. 2, 7, and I've got 7 and 9. So that's a 2. So that can't be a 2 anymore. And that's a 2, 7 resolved. And that resolves a 7 and 4. Locking a 4 over here, 4 over there. So let's see. This can't be a 4 anymore. 7, 9, and 6 are resolved. And that resolves a 6 and 8. And that resolves another 8. 8 and 4. So something's not right here. Let's see, there we go, 4. So that can't be a 4 anymore. This is a 4 and 9. These are 7s and 9s, so they are resolvable. And that 4 unlocks the 4 and 9. And that's the hard Sudoku done with pencil markings. Oh no, I've run out of water. So let me get myself some water first. Just if I... Oh, hang on. So how's your day, Juice? Because you should have been in bed. So, I really hate the fact that there seems to be like a drop shadow around the chat. Yeah, I don't think they show up too well on white because I changed my chat because I saw JC's chat and it looked quite nice on white, and I tried to, so I thought I'd do that by changing the font color, but I don't think it looks that good actually. but I didn't like the dark background. Yeah, I'll probably pass that while you're streaming. Okay, let's do it quickly in that case, so I can kind of like nag you to go to bed. Okay, expert Sudokus, change the settings. Okay, so there's a 1 there, pair of 1s there, pair of 1s there, pair of 1s there. So that's 1s, pencil marked in completely. So I've got a 2 there because this is a pointer, pair of 2s, pair of 2s there. Now 2s are locked in these 2 columns, so that must be a 2. And anything else with the 2s? 2, 2, 2. I don't think I see anything else. The white background looks good though. Okay. I just don't know if the chat looks good enough because it just doesn't seem to contrast too well with the, yeah, just, I think because the font is a bit thick and I can't seem to change the font itself, so it seems to kind of make it look a bit less readable, less legible. Whereas I think if there's no outline, it may look a bit nicer and I can use darker font, because if I use black for the font, for the chat font, because I can't change the what do you call it. In fact, I'm going to look into the CSS to see if I can fix it. And also, speaking of CSS, I'm going to look into my extension for New York Times Sudoku today, so that I'm going to make the grey boxes not grey anymore, because I think one of the problem I have is with the grey boxes, sometimes I don't see the number in the grey boxes. So I think I'm going to like get rid of the grey and maybe change the original, like keep the original numbers in black, but make the ones that I put in a slightly lighter color. But to be honest though, it doesn't even matter, because like the way I solve it, I don't need to know what's the original number. I just need to know that a number is in there. I suppose it is useful if you make a mistake and then you want to backtrack a little bit. So anyway, let's do some more scanning. 3, I think that's single 3. So actually these are 3s and what are they? 3s and 8s. So that can be resolved because I've got an 8 there. So that unlocks a pair of 8s there. This 3 doesn't unlock anything for us though. So let's move on to 4. Oh, hang on. I do have a pair of 3s and pair of 3s there now because of that 8. So this is now a triple of 3, 4, and 5. So 5 goes there, so that's useful. Oh no, 5 doesn't go there. It's not 3, 4, and 5 at all. It is instead 3, 4, and... See what I mean? Like the 5 in grey. I just, like, somehow I just miss it. And, but then I didn't miss that 5. So, yeah, there's something about, like, numbers that are near what I'm looking at, and if it's greyed out, if the box is grey, I miss it. I just somehow don't see it. So anyway, that forms a pair of 6s as well, but I think I should look at the 4s, and 4s are also weak, so 3 and 4 overlaps here, but I can't see any way at all that this will be useful because there's just no numbers on the row. And I say no number, I've got a 1 there, but I've already got a 1 within the cage. So that's what I mean by no number, basically. So that row might as well be empty. Anyway, let's see. So I'm going to leave 4s for now. I've got a pointer pair, sorry, got a pair of 5s and 2, 5 pair there. So that forms the 4, 6 pair. And 4, 6 pair, it's not going to give me anything yet, but I've got 3 and 4s locked in those cells. Yeah, it's not going to give me anything. So let's move on to 5s in that case, because I don't think I can do more with 4s. So 5s go there, and 5, 5, 5. 5s are also over here, 6s, 6s here, so that's a 6. Oops, I accidentally clicked on that clock icon for some reason. And that goes to show, like, this is why I'll be terrible. I would be so bad at shooting games, because I can't even click the right cell. I don't have the accuracy, the mouse accuracy, to click the right thing in a Sudoku puzzle. So can you imagine me trying to do headshots on in a shooting game? So anyway, I've got 1, 7 pair there. Therefore, these must be 9s and 4s. So let's pencil mark those in. So that forms a 3 and 8 pair, which can be resolved because I've got 8 down there. and that 8 doesn't bring me additional joy. However, I'm going to have a look at freeze, and I can see freeze are locked in there, which is the same as before. It was already... Oh, hang on a sec. The freeze are locked down there. Oh no, 4s are locked in these 3 cells, so that's not useful. So I don't think I do more with 3s. Therefore, let's go back to, what was I looking at? Was it 6s? 6s, let's see. Any more 6s to play with? 6s, nope, nothing else on 6s, 7s, 8s. 8s are over here, and in a C formation, like a hat shape over here. So, but I do have a 1-8 pair, so that leaves me a pair of, on the row, 7s and 9s. Also not resolvable. Well, to be fair, in college I played aim training games that my friend has showed me. That's fair. I mean, in my days, in my uni days, I played a lot of Counter-Strikes against bots because I didn't have, what do you call it? Oh, that's actually a 9 because I've got 9 there and then 9 there, so that actually locks a 9 in there, so this must be a 7. But yeah, I still didn't get that good. Because I think I was playing Counter-Strike before it was really competitive. It was just like a new game that was coming out, and Headshot was relatively new at the time, so I'm better clicking where I intended to. Yes, you are. So actually, this is 9 and 1 because of these two 9s, so that resolves the... So that resolves the 9, which unlocks the 1, which unlocks the 1-7 pair there, which unlocks another... Oops, unlocks the 1 and 8, and that locks a pair of 8s down here. All the 1s are done, so let's look at 7s. 7s are now locked over here, and nothing else developing, so I think I should look at the 9s now. I think I was already looking at 9s actually, so got a pair of 9s there, so there are a lot of pairs going on. Is this hard or expert? I can't remember now, because this feels quite easy at the moment. Okay, so I've got a triple here forming, which is 3, 4, 3, 4 and 9, and I've only got... Oh, pardon me. I've only got 9 there, which is actually quite useful, because this is now 3 and 4, and it forms a 3, 4, 7 triple, so these are 2s and 5s, which is not so useful because I don't know where... I suppose the 2s go there. Hang on, can I do more of the 2s? I think I should actually do another round of notations, because I think all the pairs and triples are actually creating a lot of restrictions. At the top there's your high low wish difficulty. Yeah, I know, right? I don't understand, like, it's such a simple thing, but I'm pretty sure they basically like outsourced someone to do to code it, and they just didn't keep the development team and to do more kind of like testing and feedbacks. So what they've got is all they're going to have, and they're not interested in knowing that people are complaining about the quality of the app, and so they just don't bother ever updating it. But it's just such a simple thing. I think I kind of know why is this way, because if I look at the HTML, there's actually an iframe. So this Sudoku is actually a different web page loaded within the main page. So these are literally probably just HTML links, and yeah, there are no properties with them. They're just basically a link, and yeah, and just tells it to, let's see, set early times medium style embed target Sudoku frame. So it just targets the frame, targets the iframe, loads the content in the iframe. So yeah, God, it's been a long time since I used frames in the HTML. Sorry, I'm a bit of a nerdy talk there. But iframe, you can basically, if you code your website, you can put a web page within another web page, so that when you click on the link, it just loads a separate web page within your web page itself. And that used to be really useful for doing formatting. Like, you can basically have your navigation at the top, and your web page will basically be a frame underneath. So when you click on the navigation, it will automatically load different section of your website, and your navigation can stay the same, so you don't have to like write the code for your navigation over and over. That's like really early day HTML. I think like, I don't even know, I think JavaScript has been around for as long as, almost as long as HTML has been around. But JavaScript is basically what gives you dynamic content. So when you click on things, JavaScript can do things and do additional things to it. So in theory, they should have used JavaScript to kind of like just highlight which link you just clicked. But they just never bother doing that. It's not even that difficult with what they've done. But yeah, it's just terrible. It's a terrible website, but I need to get my Sudoku fixed, and that's why I choose that. Well, in this column, I've got 4 and 7, and I've got a 4 there, so I can resolve this 4, so that resolves the 7 and 3, which resolves a 7 there, using the wrong mode there. 7, so does that 7 do anything else? No, it doesn't. Now, I do have a pair of 7s there as well, and a pair of 7s there, so those are the resting places for the remaining 7s. And this is a 4, 6, 5 triple, and I know that because I've got 4 and 6 pencil marked here, and therefore on this row that must be some sort of like 4, 6, 5 triple, and there's no way I can have another number in this case without breaking the puzzle, I don't think. No, hang on. No, that doesn't make sense. These are 4. Oh, it just coincidences that this is 4, 5, 6, because this can't be a 5, so this is 4 and 6. I might as well pencil mark these in, because like, why not? 4, 5 and 6. So, nothing else. So these are also 4, 5 and 6, and I've got 4 there, I've got 6 there, so that's also an annoying outcome. But I can pencil mark in the 4s. Should I pencil mark in the 5s and 6s? I think I can without it being too many pencil markings, because the 6s go there. So yeah, that's not too cluttered. Let's look at this case. I've only got 4 numbers left, and they are 2s, 3s, 5s. Aha, so 5s is a pointed pair, so that resolves, that resolves a 2 and a 5. So this 5 now unlocks another 5, and that's it with the 5s. Okay, what about the 2? Well, the 2 locks a 2 down there, and that gives me another pair of 2s there. Well, actually, I've got 2 over there, so that resolves the 2 and the 8. So this can't be a 2 anymore. So all the 2s are done. The 8 unlocks the, oh, God damn it, 9 and 8. And the 9 unlocks another 9 here, resolving the 6 and 7. This 9 also resolves the 4, 9 pair up there, locking the final 9 in here. This has to be a 4, because on the row I can't put a 4. Instead, I have a 3 on this row, so that's another 3, which unlocks another 3 there, another 3 there, another 3 there. So that's all the 3s. 5s and 7s can be placed. This is another 5, another 5. So this is just basically Sudoku on easy mode now. 6 is over here, 4 is over there, 4 is over there, another 4, another 6, another 4 and 6, and 4 and 6. And that's today's whatever difficulty Sudoku. So let's have a look at expert. I think that was a hard, wasn't it? Oh no, that was the expert. Wow. The expert was kind of easy today, I guess. So that's a bit disappointing. Okay, so that's all the Sudokus done. And I did last night, I did the New York Times already, so I'm afraid I'm out of Sudokus. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to quickly stop the stream, and then restart it where, no, do you know what? I'm going to stop the stream now, because I think you guys should go to bed, because you're both tired. So, but next time, in fact, Elaine, are you able to send me the, what was it, the playoff 2014 puzzle? Because I'm quite curious. I want to have a look at the one with the Y ring. Maybe I can explain that a little bit, so I can end the stream and then start it again and have a look at that puzzle. So maybe I can show you how to do the Y ring. So I'm just going to stop the